Gonna play some Grixis today. You really like 4-core, no green control. I'm not a huge fan, but I mean, obviously he does well with it. Alright. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stream for a few hours, then I probably have to go out for a bit. So probably like a 3 or 4 hour stream today, but we'll see. Alright. I'm gonna try Grixis. I haven't actually tried this deck. I think this is one of the decks where Bowmaster makes a lot of sense and is pretty good, you know. You don't really play control when you want to perform. Do you only play Doomsday? I know you play a fair amount of Doomsday, right? Right. Yeah, fair enough. It's possible, I was thinking about this a lot. It's possible that I only want to play 3 Delvers, honestly, which seems kind of propega, but I think it actually makes some sense. Because I think you want enough Murktides in your deck. I think you want enough other stuff in your deck. Reanimator now and then? Cool. The border on these Bowmasters always just fucking gets me. It's just like, it looks so weird. Right. Reanimator. Fair enough. I also wish they had the normal border, but apparently all of those, like, all those other universe cards just look like that, you know? It just is how it is. I'm gonna play one snuff out. Let's see, what else do I want? Force Brainstorm. Oh, Days. A card I've been turned on to and that has actually looked pretty good is Sauron's Ransom. I think that might be the painful truths I'm looking for Grixis anyways. Like, I think it makes sense to me to play Sauron's Ransom. Alright, let's see. I was messaging someone something else. Let's see. Was there something else I wanted in this deck? 400 for Brainstorm. Oh, I already have Dragon Rouge Channel. I meant to type Volcanic Island. Anyone else have any exciting 4th plans? I want to play Mystic Sanctuary with the Sauron's Ransom as well. I don't have enough QPs for that, and I don't really want to farm them, so... It's kind of just a one and done, which is fine. Also, I definitely can't do 6 AM because I have to go to the office that day, Adam. For a similar reason, I won't do the 8 AM or the 10 PM. Oh, those are your plans? I see. I see, that makes sense, actually. My deck would be better off if I could somehow squeeze Badlands, but Badlands is kind of bad. Maybe I'll do it, in which case I want to move the fetches around. Oops. Shit, I clicked off. I guess we'll try it. To Netherlands? Cool. You live in, I think you live in Germany. I don't know why I think that. But I think you do, right? Hamburg? Cool. Wait, how many stupid, like, hamburger jokes do you get when people visit living in Hamburg? I'm kind of curious about that. None? Really? That's kind of surprising to me, but... Very interesting. How's the legacy scene there? Is it great? I want to play surgical. Probably like 1 or 2 surgicals and like 1 or 2 Thoughtseize. I don't really like main decking Thoughtseize in these decks, but it's also possible I have too many creatures in my deck. I think I will cut 1 Delver as Pepega as that looks. Weekly events and larger ones every few months? Cool. Alright, 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Hydro, Force of Negation Null Rod, 2 Pyroblast, Meltdown. What else do I want to put in my deck? Oh, a Brazen Borrower somewhere. Maybe Brazen Borrower in the main. What if I just sideboard a Wasteland? Am I allowed to do that? I guess I am technically allowed to do that, but does that improve my deck? Powder is always bad. Right. I remember it was a long time ago, but there was some Grand Prix in Germany where they just gave out, like, electronics as prizes instead of, like, money. Might have been... I want to say, like, Stuttgart 2009? There were, like, Best Buy gift cards and, like, electronics given out, or whatever. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but Does that sound like something that could happen, though? Alright, I think I will sideboard the waste. Interesting. Well, the United States is just kind of weird in a lot of ways, I think. I think maybe this is what I want to do. I definitely think Delver is worse than DRC basically all the time. In the face of graveyard hate, Delver's better, but only sometimes. Maybe I don't need the 4th waste. They just loosened gambling laws for online gambling. What's the UB card? Sauron's Ransom. I think it's actually pretty reasonable. I was thinking about playing Painful Truths in Grixis as it was, but I think this card's just better. Like, instant speed's a lot more powerful. You can hold up your mana. Like, you get to look at 4 cards. It bends the cards for Murktide. So I think there's just a lot of appealing things. Alright, I think I've decided. I'll just play 4 Murktide, 2 Delver. Which seems obviously insane, but I think it's sort of reasonable. I want... We've got 2 Meltdown. Do I want a Null Rod or not? You have no arcades? Oh, so you can't play, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or whatever? Like, the old arcade games? I might sideboard a Pyrokinesis, actually. I kind of like having 1 Pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis has sick art as well. I don't have a lot of pitch cards for it, so maybe I need like 1 more pitch card. But there used to be more pitch. Oh, it's because there used to be like expressive iterations and shit that you could pitch to Pyrokinesis, but maybe I play Fear Fire Foes instead. Could play Fear Fire Foes. Could also play. Actually, I guess how many sweepers do I actually need? Also, is it weird to play black and play 0 Plague Engineer? I think I might play Plague Engineer instead of this waste, actually. I think it's just nice to have something like Sauron's Ransom to just dig deep for stuff. Would I bring in Plague Engineer versus a Bowmaster deck? It depends on how their deck is exactly structured. Like, probably not, but sometimes yes. If they have other X1s, like, if it's like a Baleful Strix Bowmaster deck, then yeah, definitely. But otherwise, like, maybe not. This is kind of why I'm thinking about Pyrokinesis, actually. Or even something like Cast into the Fire is sort of okay as well. I'm not sure. Alright, I guess I'll try this and see how it goes. I think this is reasonable. I mean, the Pyrokinesis is definitely the loosest card in the deck, but... I was really impressed playing against Sauron's Ransom earlier when I was playing the LCQ. The card just looked really good. Obviously, maybe it was like small N or whatever, you know, but it did seem pretty good to me. This song's a banger, though. Alright, let's start our prediction. Should really rename this deck, but I don't know what to rename it, so I won't. Alright, Decklist should be up on Moxfield. If you want to gamble on the outcome of the league, feel free to do so. I don't know why I'm so sleepy already. War Tarn, or Delta, they both fetch Badlands, they both fetch these, they all fetch that. Alright, cool. Alright. To the first match. It's also technically updated on the Moxfield extension, but you have to refresh. Right. Does this person usually play combo? I think so. This is exactly fine, I think. A painter? Okay, I don't know. I'm making my brainstorm worse, but it's fine. I'm sort of getting value out of avoiding drawing that land as well. So I think it's sort of okay to do that. And I'm kind of just That might be okay if it's actually Painter. Blue Painter? Oh, was it actually? I didn't actually click on it. Oh, it is Blue Painter, huh? Fascinating. They have a lot of Hydroblasts. That doesn't look like Blue Painter. That may or may not be a good draw. I'm not going to brainstorm yet. I don't know what I'm looking for, but... Oh, is it Moon Stompy? Might be Moon Stompy, chat. It is Moon Stompy. Brainstorm response. So I can force... So just force pitch Delver, put Daze, or maybe it's force pitch Daze actually, but put Daze. Let's see, I'll have 3 in graveyard. I could waste them, that would be 4, but let's see, let me think. Alright, I think I'm gonna do this and then force pitch Daze, because it's too cumbersome for me to leave up all my mana. I don't think they're gonna do something else relevant this turn. Oh, I should have considered bolting them last turn, actually. Actually, I should have bolted EOT, because then I could just play Merc, Delver, and then that would be a 6/6 plus a 3/2 flipped next turn. Should I still do that? Maybe I can get away with just making a 5/5 Merc. But if I bolt them, that puts them to 17. I would have a 6/6, so that's a 3-turn clock. Yeah, I think I should have just bolted them. I didn't think it all the way through. That was kind of bad. I'm still gonna do it, I think, actually. And then if they chalice for 1 next turn, I don't really care, because I only have 1 spell that cares about it. See, the real awkward part of this is I don't have a guaranteed flip Delver as well. So it's all kind of awkward. So I really should have just thought it all the way through and just bolted end step to guarantee everything worked out. Because I ended up having to do it anyways, you know? Like, they can't really spend this turn playing Trinisphere, at least. Sauron's Ransom the Truth. I think it's a reasonable card. I mean, obviously it depends on the speed of the matchup. I think Waste plus Merc is worse than just bolting them and playing the Merc, because if you bolt them, it cuts them off for a turn. Which is, like, essentially the same as wasting them. I guess, like, I don't see the upside of wasting their City of Traders, really. I mean, if I get to my next turn, I'm obviously going to waste them. Dark Saga, it's more contextual than that. Like, you can't really give an easy rule of thumb, you know. I don't have an island in my deck, unfortunately, but... At least they can't attack. I don't have an island, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'll let Lawrence describe. I don't really feel like covering it right now myself, frankly. If you want to describe, Lawrence, go for it. I just don't really feel a need for it myself. Blood Moon. Sure. You're tired? I want to daze in case if I draw a Brainstorm. There's not a real advantage into hardcasting it, given how my deck is constructed. Alright, I'm gonna attack for 7. Because blocking literally doesn't... Blocking with like a 1-1 over their trampoline doesn't make sense. Okay. So, how do I lose is the real question. If I go to Forge, do I put the counters on Delver to prevent Double Fury from wiping my board somehow? If I go into Lost Well, what am I looking for? Not many of my cards do anything. So I guess I'll just go into Forge and put the counters on Delver. They know about this one, so I'll replay it. I don't think the game's going to last long enough where I draw another Brainstorm and have it be relevant, you know? The only way to play around that would have been to leave back Merc. Sadly. Okay, I guess I die. Tragic. I guess I could have played around that. I mean, for me to play around that, that actually cost me a lot, though. Which is the real issue. Right. This is not very good versus them, actually. Do we need the Sauron's Ransom in this matchup? Probably not. I am stretched a little bit thin for pitch cards for Pyrokinesis, but I think it's still worth it. Oh, I should have Plague Engineer in my deck. Oh, that was a mistake. Reluctant Keep. But... This is a matchup where you definitely want all of the, like, 1-drops in your deck. Okay, it's pretty good, actually. wasting them even good? Doesn't seem like it. I think I'm actually okay this game, but not... I'm not, like, in insane shape, I'm in okay shape, is how I would put it. I'll just have a creature. Okay, that's fine. Probably gonna lose now, unless if I draw a bunch of bolts. Okay. No, I lost game 3. I think I played not well versus Stefan anyways, so I lost. But that's okay. Here, 1 bolt acquired. He discarded nothing? That's kind of terrifying. I think I just have to kill this, otherwise it'll get out of hand. What's up, Newton? Hope you're having a good July 3rd. I'm on DRC. I think it is, until they play something else. Alright, now we can concede. I don't have a meltdown in my deck, so I'm dead. That's fine. Also, congrats, yeah. Congrats, Newton. Alright. Chicken dude pones. Reluctant keep, which Sanctuary weren't in my hand, but the rest of the hand's pretty good. Probably pitching this Merc to force if they play a big thing next turn. Okay, I think this is actually an upkeep brainstorm sort of scenario, even though, like, this is often not something great to do. Alright, this basically worked out as poorly as possible, but... Gonna reveal Ponder, but I think just getting a clock on them matters so much here. And I will just play this tapped, because I don't think the game's gonna be long enough for the Sanctuary to matter. What's up, Nicholas? Well, that is a Blast Zone. Alright, so it's post. Okay. What am I doing? Well, I went 1-1 in the LCQ, and it's basically single limb, so I didn't bother playing anymore. And I'm 0-1 in this league with this deck. You can see the deck list via Moxfield. I might main phase the second Bowmasters just to get more damage in. I think it's probably correct. Okay, now it's kind of weird what I should do. I think this should go, and the question is how many bolts do I want to keep? Let's see, there's 1, 5, that's 5 damage. I think I'm just gonna ship the DRC actually, as funny as that may seem. So I actually lost to Stefan playing Sauron's Ransom versus me when he was playing something similar to this. Not exactly the same, but... And the card seemed pretty good to me. I don't know. Alright, just gonna ponder. They're probably gonna untap that. Oh, they didn't. I guess, well, I mean, they're dead to Bolt no matter what, I think. So I'm not, I don't know. That's weird. Okay, win. Oh, is this Cloudpost Mud? It's on the draw. Right. Probably can shave down on these. I might, like, leave in 1. I want the Brazen Borrower. Snuff Out is good versus, most of their stuff. The Heat is, like, pretty dog shit, unless if they have exactly Metalworker. Might cut 1 days on the draw for Borrower because of Chalice of the Void. Right, this seems fine. Oh, this hand's excellent, so... Alright. Get Volk, DRC, Bauble, Surveil. There's just a lot of looks for a second land, which is probably the most critical thing. Alright, we'll bin that. And I'm going to bobble them just to see. Also, if I draw another blue card, it informs me. Okay, so they're drawing Chalice of the Void. This is a good one to know about. Oh, does anyone know how Reed did in the Legacy Showcase on Sunday? I left after he played like a round or two with the Jund deck. Okay. Come on. That's bad. I aggressively looked for that second land, but, you know, sometimes that's how it is. We're just basically going to force anything. And try to surveil into a land. Alright, that is a land, so I will keep that. Now I have Delirium, so this is a 3/3. I think they were maybe better off just not casting anything. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Alright, surveil. Okay, that one should go. It's all good. He had switched to limited. I am not the boss of Reed. I cannot convince him of anything, so you're probably better off trying to convince him, you know? Okay. That's fine. Yo, Sten, welcome back. Thanks for the resub. Appreciate you. If you want to be as cool as Sten, consider resubbing here. I think I'm going to fire Brainstorm and stuff just to surveil one, because I have enough spells as it is. If I manage to resolve that Murktide, it probably one-shots my opponent, you know? Also, let me know if I should open a chest for you after this match. Yeah, but do I want to draw a Meltdown on this board? I don't have another land, Matt. Do you think drawing Meltdown is worth it? I think I might just guarantee surveil this Meltdown away and take a random draw, which I think might be better. You're basically thinning an instant or sorcery from your deck to grow Murktide, potentially. Okay. Oh. Almost certainly should do this. Alright. Don't want it. Guess I'm priced into doing this. Cuts off so much mana to waste them there because Cloudpost scales quadratically in terms of mana. What is this? Do I care? So they'll have 3, 6. These will tap for 3, so it'd be 9, but this will be turned off. Don't think this matters, and I don't see what Dazing would do. I mean, obviously if they cast a cover with spell, they can gain life back, but I don't think Dazing it does very much. They do have Metalworker. Okay. They're at 4. But you'll eventually run out of cards. Caracas? Oh no. Okay, they're Hellbent. So if I draw a Force, I think the game is almost over on the spot. If they draw a land, they're also dead. Oh, I should have bolted for Surveil, yeah. No, it's... You're right. Oh, shit. Fuck is this? Did he draw something good? Okay, maybe I threw by... Well, not drawing a land ever was very awkward, but we'll get them game 3, I think. Right, now I have to Surveil, basically. Okay. Okay. I mean, that game was kind of insane. I feel like I got a little bit unlucky, but obviously I didn't play perfectly as well. Alright, I'll do something like this. I think I just don't need any Bowmasters in my deck first, then probably. Okay. Reluctant keep is how I would qualify this. Is it crazy to bottom a waste? I think so. I think I'm just going to pass with Delta and just brainstorm instep, probably. Alright, they're on 5. So my plan is just Delta Go, I think, then Brainstorm. And then probably just Ponder. And see what happens, you know? Okay. I'm gonna shuffle. I'm just looking for a boost horse. The plan is to just turbo Merc out and hope it works out. Alright, see ya. Okay. Alright, this I'm not gonna waste Glimmerfist because it basically has no value. It was actually debatable if I should have wasted the Inventor's Fair, I think. Okay, I'm probably gonna waste that one, but it depends on what I draw. Alright, I will definitely waste it. Alright. 5-turn clock because of this fucking Glimmerfist. Hopefully it's good enough. It probably will be, but you never know. Alright, if they miss a land there, it probably is good enough, yeah. Riptide's good for Sugan. Yeah. Okay. The Fawn is probably the check mark. Okay. Alright, chat. I'm gonna take a quick 3-minute break. I'll be right back. Again, thanks for everyone being here. Actually, let me open the chest for Sten real quick and see what we get. Okay. So we got Path of Metal, Tekeno Samurai General from Kamigawa. Alright. Not great cards, but be right back in 3 minutes. Thanks for everyone being here. Alright. Alright. Back from match number 3. Again, thanks everyone. Appreciate y'all. Most omniscience. Reluctant keep. Well, I guess it's not that reluctant, but I definitely wish I was on the play. Our last deck was Sultai pile of cards. Let's see. Spawn time. That's probably not Sultai. Is it goblins? Okay. Or something else entirely, obviously. Do not want that. I'm gonna go C Ponder, because if I find Snuff Out, I will want to cast it. I guess I'll let them have a turn of mana generation, but it's obviously not... I'm not thrilled about this situation. I guess it's just the Newton Cradle deck. I don't have a cage in my sideboard anymore. Okay. So it is Maverick, I guess. I'm not sure it's Abzan yet, but obviously it's possible. It could be Naya, right? Seems awfully lethal if it's a hoof. Alright. I just didn't draw enough removal that game. My hand was like kind of awkward in a lot of ways. Okay. The games could get grindy, that's why I want to have that element in my deck, but the removal is more important. The baubles are the easiest cuts, and Bowmaster is good at killing their dorks, so... Just being on the draw there kind of sucked. I assume this is some Fiend Artisan bullshit going on here. Okay. I mean, certainly not mulling this. Sounds like kind of insane, actually. The art on this card is just so fantastic as well. Fiend Artisan, like I predicted. I think this is better. Yeah, I'll keep that. I can just daze the Fiend Artisan most likely, but we'll see what they do precisely. Okay. Why are you so sure that they played exactly 3 Bowmaster? Do you know this person? How do I feel about Jeskai and Legacy? Not so good, personally, but... Just take a draw step and see. It's an old command? Don't know really what you mean by that, I guess, but... I can still do that. I want to double daze this. Guess I'll respond this. Still don't have Delirium. No sorcery yet. But they have 2 cards to my 1. But they have no mana. I kill their Cradle. Just, I guess, hope it kind of works out, you know? That represents Dryad Arbor, so attacking is not really safe unless if I draw something. Right, didn't draw anything. don't really want to trade DRC for Dry Arbor. I think it's a bad trade for me, obviously, but... Okay. I'm gonna play my land out because I basically get a pseudo surveil. Actually, I'll offer this trade. Fuck it. It's fine. If they want to trade here, that's probably good for me. Yeah, this song's really good. Okay, come on, deck. Sorry, let me re-enable the song name. Wrong one. You should be able to see the song now. The song command doesn't actually work because it's a bot. But it should be like right under my face. You can see like a little song thing. Oh, whoa, it worked? That's weird. Alright, I'll take 2. I'm not gonna double block. My creatures are more valuable, I think, than that. Lightning Bolt, sure. Let's see, 1, 4... Okay. The Pyrokinesis won the game, I think, as well. Which is not a normal card for these decks to play, but I think it's just... It's a good card to have access to right there. Alright. Did I change anything? No. Daze is kind of shit, but my other cards are kind of bad. Maybe I shave 2 days for 2 Thoughtseize because of mana curve. Seems reasonable. Looks like Selesnya Fiend Artisan. Alright, gonna keep. Support Pyrokinesis. I think Pyrokinesis is actually better than Fury in this deck, which is kind of funny to think about, but... Chat, y'all ready for this? Oops. We're all ready for DRC Snuff Out. Surveil on turn 1. Oh, it's back. Oh, it flips Delver, and also I have Mystic Sanctuary in my deck, although obviously you're leading on Battlelands makes that harder. Turn 1, Bobble myself, fetch, DRC, Snuff Out, Surveil. See, I can't do it to that one. But I can do this. Seems pretty good to me. Don't want that. I think I'm just gonna waste them. Just gonna try to keep the game small rather than big. Yeah, sure. That's a good one. I can pitch if I need to, but I'm trying to avoid it. Look, if they play a big creature here, I'll probably just let it go, depending on what it is exactly. Sure. Okay. The ring tempts you. Don't have a creature to put the ring bearer on, but it still tracks the progress of the ring as well. Alright, so I can go, like... Well, let's see what happens next turn, but... Well, if that's all they have, that's really bad for them. I think I can find another red card for Pyrokinesis. Alright, we can bin that. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Nothing for now. Do I want to keep the Bowmaster? Don't need all these cantrips, as blasphemous as that might seem. I want to keep the Pyrokinesis because I think there's a good chance that I'll get to enough lands. I just didn't want to like pitch DRC to Pyrokinesis because I think that's not how I really want to do it. I think I'm gonna do this and actually shuffle. Oh, I should have... Okay, we will shuffle those away. I should have done something slightly different. I should have put the days on top to mill. Alright, that's fine. I have to give them a elemental, but that's fine. It's only a 3/3. So we'll keep that. Oh, I see. So I should do that. Okay, yeah, this is obviously correct then. fine. Graveyard. Solves. Right. Then I'm cashing this in. Well, wait, that's bad. Is Bolt good enough here? Probably. It's hard to imagine drawing a card that's better than Bolt. It's possible. I should have drawn the fetch first, just in case. Oh, Endurance. Are they going to pitch cast? Okay, their last card's Endurance, so they can't. So drawing this fetch... doesn't really matter when I do it. I guess I can bluff Daze, as it is. Oh, I want to fetch first. Yeah, I should have fetched first. You're right. Okay. It's okay. They're gonna cast on my upkeep, though. Oh no, they want to eat this. Okay, then I guess I might as well just put them to 4. Right, that's fine. Yeah, I know, but it's okay. I mean, there's a lot of spells in my deck, so shuffling blindly might actually be okay. Oh, this seems suspect. You should just block there. Okay. I think I am going to shuffle, just blindly. Yeah, this being a Badlands was actually not great, but right. I think I will blind shuffle because I think there's more spells like basically on the bottom of my deck than there are lands. So like it actually increases the ratio of spells in deck to just shuffle here. Because basically all of the ones that were shuffled in are at the bottom because of Endurance. So this actually increases the density of spells in my deck to shuffle right there. Alright, excellent. Do I want to do this now? Don't really have a good attack. I guess I'll just go to second main and do it. We have to play a little bit longer, I think, because I can't just, like, kill them in one go. I'll regret it if I find Lightning Bolt, though. Oh, that's fine, I think. Okay. This is fine. I'm definitely not shuffling. Okay. Yeah, that's the plan. They Endurance their own Dryad Arbor back in, which makes sense. That's a good play, obviously. Once upon a time. I'm playing Sauron's Ransom. There's one in my main and one in my sideboard. I was pretty impressed with it. I was going to play Painful Truths, but I think Sauron's Ransom is just better. Ben. Because you can pitch it to force as well. I actually lost to Stefan earlier, mental misstep, in a LCQ, a Legacy Showcase LCQ. And he was playing 2 copies of this card, and it looked really good, so... It plays well with Mystic Sanctuary. You can also just, like, pass with all of your mana up for either, like, Bowmaster or, like, Force Mitigation or something, and... This card's nice. I mean... I think... I actually died... Let me see if I can find it. I died to the Ring Tempting on a Murktide because I couldn't block the Murktide with my Merit Lage earlier, which is kind of funny to think about. So, a lot of... The entire part of the Buffalo was used with that card. Which is, you know, it's... Yeah, that's awesome. But I also had lost because I sided out Karakas because you generally don't need it versus Grixis. And then the Ring Tempting arrived. And then I'm just like, well, if I had Karakas here, I would actually be fine. But, you know. Karakas is good versus Ring Tempting, I will say. But that's not something that needs to be tested for, you know? It's just, it is what it is. But this card has been impressive so far. I think 3 is amount of mana you're allowed to pay in Legacy to draw cards. I mean, it takes a lot for a card draw spell to be played in Legacy, I think. Mostly because... Well, you aren't drawing cards, which is a key point, because this card is just a fucking terror in the format. If that makes sense. Like, the other problem with Painful Truths is definitely Orcish Bowmaster on the other side. It's like reluctant keep. There's a lot of fail cases with this hand, but I think you're supposed to just keep and hope you draw a cantrip or a land. But this hand's pretty good otherwise. I'm gonna get Volk. I did go Badlands DRC Snuff out last game though, and that was kind of gas. Extra Painful Truths, yeah. Too much. Another green deck? Alright, well, don't have to daze that. If I draw a fetch, it's really good for me. Okay. It's not as good for me. I think I'm gonna use this one. No, I don't think so. I think it's just a league and people just play whatever, you know? Alright, I will keep that one. I kind of hope they just play Thalia here. Come on, Thalia. Come on, Thalia. This card has not aged well. That's what I'll say. Sure has not aged well. Sure, we'll just main phase our thing. Upstairs. They clicked no. Well, Ragnarok, I think that's okay to do, but can I sell you on playing 4 Punching Fire? Do I care about that? Surveilling's kind of nice. I think you should just play 4. If you just analyze what you expect people to play, I think playing 4 Punching Fire makes a lot of sense. I played 4 I was going to play 4 in the Legacy Showcase yesterday, but then something came up, so I didn't play. And I did play 4 P-Fires in the LCQ today. I don't know. I just didn't want them to have extra mana that turn, essentially. Even though I'm not convinced it would have actually done very much. Chat, do you think this is the best Raise Alarm ever printed? That's fine. Easily? I don't know about easily, but... I think our opponent actually is, like, Green Sun Zenith Toolbox, like Abzan. I can share a list in a second. Well, after this match, I'll share a list. But if you appreciate getting lists and stuff like that... Oh, they think I have Murktide, that's fine. You know, there are ways to show support. Wow! Oh my god, I can't believe Shilling worked! Shilling fucking worked. I'm actually going to be in St. Louis if you want to say hi, Ragnarok. Say that 5 times fast. You fucking can't. I came in pre-show. Fair enough. Alright. All of these cards are kind of good. Actually, I guess the Merc is the worst card. So I guess... put Merc... Well, I think Merc to pitch is good. So I guess I put, like... maybe it's just snuff out Ponder, but plan on redrawing the Ponder. My thoughts on the One Ring are very complicated, and I don't really want to make... I don't really want to go in on them, if that makes sense, but I do think the problem is that it's colorless, and it... like, the easiest way to kill the One Ring is to just play a second copy, so those are the major issues with the card. You promise not to get offended? Well, so I think the problem with the One Ring, Ben, is that you don't really get punished for getting a bunch of burden on the first One Ring because you can just play a second one or play Teferi 3 to reset it. And it's very easy to do that. In addition, the turn you play it, you're basically safe from, you know, getting killed or whatever. So it's kind of just not a pleasant experience all around, you know. Also, if I'm going to force... let's see. Am I going to play this turn as well? Yeah, I think I actually am. I'm going to play... so, since I'm going to play Bowmasters, I think I'm going to fetch first. And then just force and surveil. Okay, that's probably good enough. I think that's lethal. Because it's +2 from that. Because it's... oh, it's actually +3 because 1 goes upstairs as well. I think the One Ring would have been fixed if the burden counters went on the player instead of the One Ring. Or it would have been at least more detrimental, you know? That's how I view it anyways. Obviously, like, you know, it's not the end of the world that's designed the way it is, but... need all my removal. I can probably cut, like, 2 days on the draw. they were Abzan Maverick. Oof. It's like reluctant keep. Obviously, there's a fail case with this hand, but I'd rather lose than mulligan. Mystic Sanctuary is glued to my opening hand, you know, chat? Did I side in Pyrokinesis? I hope I did. Okay, I did. Good. I think it's kind of hard to errata a card that much, Pencer. But obviously I'm not the boss of WotC. Well, I think it's not even necessarily the case that... Well, that's kind of obnoxious. It's not necessarily the case that 4C is even the best ring deck, honestly. In fact, my suspicion is that... Well, let's continue doing stuff. Okay, the heat is good enough. The other cards are kind of bad, but I think I just have to accept it. My suspicion is that it's like probably one of the worst ring decks, honestly, but you still play it because it's really good with Omnath, you know? What is going on? Are they playing Knight of the Reliquary? That's kind of annoying. Alright. Alright. I have a really shit plan, but basically I have to play this tapped. I'm not allowed not to play it. They can double waste me this turn, which is a huge problem. Like, you can just float. Oh, well, that's super obnoxious. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose easily now. So I only have one Snuff Out in my deck. If I had multiple Snuff Outs, it would be easier. But yeah, they can just Knight up another waste that. Then I have to, like... I'm drawing kind of dead, actually. Because if I draw a fetch exactly this turn, I guess that works. This... may be good enough. We'll see. Probably not, because a single plow also makes that not good enough. Ben, are you going to hang out in Barcelona? I was so close to qualifying for that one in one literal PTQ. I lost the finals of one of those PTQs at like 12:40 a.m. in Minneapolis, and I was so tilted. But, you know, heartbreak is part of the game. Having your heart broken means you still care. Gaia's Cradle. Huh. Okay, I guess I'm dead. Well, actually, I guess the way I win is... No. I can't win. All more horses fucking sad. That sure did happen. Holy moly, I forgot that had happened, but it did. Alright, I'm gonna have all my dazes back in the play. I think I'm gonna cut 2 Force of Wills on the play and just risk it for the biscuit. I guess I could cut, like... Baubles are honestly kind of awful versus Thalia, so maybe that's just a better route. Also, Aspiring Spike lost. Did he count as a horse? But then Spike qualified in the RC, so... this is like a reluctant keep. This is like low-end keep, I would say. Yeah, I didn't know Spike... Well, I guess I kind of had heard Spike had worked on this set, so that's cool as well. That's just too much mana. I can't really beat that if that I let it go. This is just like a soul ring versus me every turn, so that's just not really allowed. Don't think I want to waste here. I'm also tilted last game that they played Thalia and I didn't have the fucking Bowmasters for it, you know? Okay. Yo, what's up, Phil? Actually, pretty often I'm not tilted. That's fine. The Bowmasters did his job. Like, I just got a 2 from him. I killed their Thalia, or I killed their Hierarch, and trade for a Plow. Sign me up, chat. Do I care? I don't think I fucking care about that. I think they are going to end up regretting this very quickly. Alright. It's time to throw all my spells away to play a big Merc. Because they can't play Plow because of their Chalice on 1. So this was the plan. Right. That's a really good draw, actually, just because Force. Really have to say, Chalice doesn't make a lot of sense in their deck, especially on the draw versus me. Like, it seems kind of like you're hoping for too much to go right if this is your plan. Do I have Brazen Borrower in my deck right now? I think I do. That's fine. I might get Allosaurus Shepherd, I might regret it, but no, it was more okay to get a Mana Dork, I think, yeah. Alright. Note that, like, even if they have Pyroblast in their deck, this is also shut off by Chalice. So, like, I think they're really drawing that. It would have to be, like, Solitude, but I think they don't have enough white cards in their deck to play Solitude. Like, it's probably, like, 4 Plow, 4 Knight, and then from there, it's, like, you're stretched thinner on white cards for pitching Solitude. Okay, well, it's really not allowed. Boom. Boom, chat. Alright. So, Ragnarok was asking for the lands list I would play, and I in fact did play it earlier. Is this it? Alright. So, Ragnarok, just a quick rundown for you. This is what I played earlier, and what I would have played in the showcase yesterday. Key points are that I think Bowmasters has shifted Legacy in such a direction where Punching Fire is really good again. I don't believe in playing main deck Sphere because I just think that increases the dichotomy between play and draw for your deck. And from that, a lot of cascading things happen. Like, if you play 4P Fire, I don't think you really need to play other cards. Also, I think Sylvan Library is also not so good in the face of Bowmasters as well. So I cut that card. It's not even a matter of clunk. I think you just increase the games where you win on the play, but you decrease the number of games you lose on the draw. There should be a 15th. Hold on. Let's see, where was the 15th card? Oh, this is the one I actually played. Alright, sorry. I don't know. One of the other... It was just when I was clicking around and got messed up. But this is what I actually played. You want a bunch of Force of Vigors because there's like a bunch of like Mystic Forge running around. And that's also I want an oof. Also, I guess Haywire Might plus oof is not a combo. But I think if you have the oof, then you don't really need to get the Might. So it's kind of fine. I like having Graveyard Hate instead of like Sphere of Resistance as my combo hate. Mostly because I think the Storm matchups suck, even if you play Force Sphere. I mean, obviously if you play Force Sphere in your main deck, you're probably favored in the match overall, but only sometimes. So, this is what I'm thinking. Feel free to take a screenshot. I'm actually going to go to the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back. But then we'll play the last match of the league and maybe start another league. Be right back in 1 second. And I'll leave it up so you can look at it, but this is not what I'm in the league with. I'm in a league with Grixis currently, so be right back. Alright, hope you appreciate that, Ragnarok. I do appreciate you subbing, and we'll open a chest real quick. Theon's Irregulars. Would the time sieve spike? No, it's not. You're in the queues with a broken deck. Is it Nazgul Street Wraith? Callum? Mono Black Nazgul Street Wraith? With Reanimate? Street Wraith is a Wraith for your Nazgul. Isn't that sick? Wow. Alright. Do I need to open a chest for you, Min? Or not? I can never remember. So Jarvis clap for the 2 subs so far. Since Dark. I'll keep, I don't know. It's not like amazing, but... Mono Black Helmline chat? Could be. Signs seem to point to that. This is probably not very good versus Mono Black. Right. I think I'm just gonna do this. So I'm looking for... Do I want to draw that? Guess that's okay to draw. I'm really... There's a lot of issues here, but what's actually not an issue is having Delvers in this matchup is probably good because of the ley line currently. I'll draw the Bowmaster, so I'm actually more likely to flip my thing as well. Of course, if they have a Bowmaster here, it's kind of a Vega, but sure. Resolves. Fuck, they hit on Brainstorm? Snuff out is so bad. Oh my god. DRC. Okay. I'm just gonna spam all my creatures out. If they have Ritual Helm activate, so be it. Also, if they have Plague Engineer naming human, also so be it. Okay. Holy Heat's kind of okay here. I don't think they have Bowmaster, otherwise they would have just cast on their turn, probably. But... Right. Question mark? Why is there Scrubland? Phyrexian Tower. Okay. So I'm looking for a bolt to kill my opponent. They did get Home of Obedience off their Karn Wish. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Can surveil one off of the Karn, at least. Waste doesn't do it if they have a land, so that's probably not good enough. So Bowmaster puts them to 10. Yo, Hanzi, thanks for the raid. Hope you're doing well. I think I just have to go face. So they're 10. 9, 8. Yo, what's up? Anu says hi. Did Anu leave? Alright. Do I want to snuff out my own DRC to surveil? Probably. Wait. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I do, which is kind of funny, but I don't think this DRC actually matters, whereas a bolt matters, cantrip might matter. Yeah, no, I don't think this DRC matters. That's what I'm saying. Spin it. I think it's bad. Okay, I guess I die. Sucks. Guess maybe they'll play around something. I don't know what. There's like nothing to play around. Snuff out. Clearly not very good here. I think I'm gonna shave on Mercs because of the situation that happened. Wahid also can probably go. I'll keep like one Merkin to keep them honest, but it's generally not very good versus them, it looks like. Card's been unplayable for you? I think I played against 2 green decks where it was quite good. I played against like 2 Fiend Artisan style decks where the card was actually pretty good, so, you know. I think having one Snuff Out is fine, but having like a 9 million of them might be where it's at, where it might be bad. This is fine. I think I'm going to bottom the Bowmasters, honestly. Is that crazy? They didn't have Leyline on turn 1. Sure. Alright. Chat, I need a BRB. Someone's ringing the doorbell. Alright, I'm back. Nothing happened. Okay. Looking for a land. Let's throw all that away. This is going okay. Alright, take one. We have Fawn Days, so I'm pretty safe from most things. Ancient Tomb. I guess. Okay, I was really afraid if they had Plague Engineer I would have gotten destroyed, but you know, that's how it is. Let's see what we got. Sure, that's completely fine. Do I want to draw that? It's probably better than an average draw, honestly. Rector. I had a feeling that they were an Arena Rector deck, because they showed me Phyrexian Tower in Game 1, and there's not that many reasons to have Phyrexian Tower in your deck. It's basically Academy or Arena Rector, or like Veteran Explorer. I might side in Pyrokinesis now that I know they have Opposition Agent, even though it's obviously not insane, but I think it's good enough. Do you want to keep racing, opponent? Pioneer deck with creatures? Phyrexian Tower is not legal in Pioneer. I will just dome them. Historic? Oh, sure. It'd be a lot cooler if it was. That's probably not true, honestly, but, you know. Let's see, if I attack with everything, looks good. They'll probably block here. They'll take 5, go to 3. Sure, it's probably good enough. Said someone. Yeah, I don't think you want to put Phyrexian Tower into that format, if I had to guess. I mean, Sacrifice is already a good deck in that format. But the thing is, if Sacrifice is already good, putting that card in doesn't really do anything except, like, make it more imbalanced of a format, you know? Right, now that I know that they have that other card, I'm going to put this in my deck. Surgical beats a Rector, but it's like kind of not great versus them otherwise. Might have like one, just Demise. Maybe I'll actually do this just to protect myself. Right. Game 3 on the draw. Oh, that's a nice simple hand. Shove. Helmline, Rector. Right. Mulligan. This is fine. I think I'm just gonna ship Brainstorm. They therapied Brainstorm every time as well, so it's the other reason to ship that one. Uncounterable opposition agent incoming? Maybe. Okay. Force of Will. Okay. It's fine, I don't have any of those. This is telegraphing thingamajig really hard. The opposition agent, but that's fine. Land's good. Bowmasters is okay. Wait, can I control Z? Oh, fuck. I guess I can't, but that's okay. Just don't do this. Let's see it go. The Oppo agent doesn't really bother me that much now. Like, I'm pretty sure they have one in their hand. Otherwise, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to do what they've done. I would bet large sum of money that they have Oppo agent in their hand, rather. Yep. Really wish I hadn't fucked up my ponder, but that was my own fault. Okay. So that means they have an Arena Rector, probably. Which is kind of scary to think about. Okay. Alright. Okay. It's weirdly okay. I guess I didn't have to do this right away, but let's see. What's going to happen? Yeah, maybe I should have let them... Well, what if they just have like an Ugin the Spirit Dragon in their deck, PH? I think the most likely card that beats me is Ugin. And it's like pretty bad for me, you know? I guess I should have, fucking dazed the ritual. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, it's so unlikely that daze matters right there. But, whatever. Maybe it just gets a Karn. Maybe they don't have fucking Ugin or Nicol Bolas or whatever. Nope, they have Ugin. Okay. Alright, I think maybe I can still win. It'll just be kind of hard. I just have to, like, chip them down with all my flash creatures. So this is like 2 damage. We'll see what happens. I mean, I guess Bowmaster is weirdly good versus that trigger as well. Hmm? They draw something else? Okay, that... If I daze it, what happens? I don't think that matters. I think I'm gonna, like, maybe barely win, honestly. We'll see. Actually, maybe I have to go after this. So 3, 6, 9, 10. They minus into a ley line, I lose. Maybe that was a reason to daze last turn, actually. Alright. I think I have to do this. Wait, no. If I hit them... Hold on. If I hit them and they minus... But the Bowmaster triggers will be on the stack with the Leyline play, then they can helm me. Oh, no. But then I kill them anyways. Okay. This actually works out, yeah. This is fine. Who could resist minusing here? Who could resist, chat? Oh, my opponent could resist. That's very weird. Died to Ambush Viper, yeah. Okay, they did not hit a creature by helming me for 2. I don't know what they were playing around, but they're still dead. It was very funny. Alright. Four one, not bad. I'll take a quick screenshot of this ludicrous shit. Alright. Alright, so 4-1s have it. I don't think there was a lot that they could play around there, honestly. Like, it was kind of a bad situation for them. You know? Alright. Do we want to change anything before I play a few more matches? I'm not going to play... Well, actually, I guess it depends on how long the matches take, but... They're a bit late. They forgot that Ugin ult gains life. Well, it gains life, but then they would have taken 7 damage from the Bowmaster, so it would have been break-even. We just finished 4-1 with this deck, and I'm going to probably play a few more matches with it. Also, thanks for everyone being here on this Monday. Appreciate you all. If you're new to the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do. Does help support the stream. And thanks for being here. Don't want to change anything. I don't know. Things felt pretty good. The Sauron's Ransom actually overperformed, it looked like. Alright, I'm going to turn off my fan real quick, and then we'll think about it. If anyone wants to suggest card ideas, I'll listen, but not necessarily implement them. Alright. Ransom? I think Call to the Ring kind of sucks, personally. Took out the good cards and put in the bad cards you like. I mean, I'll listen to the idea, but I probably won't do it, is what I would say. Alright, I think I'm gonna make some very small changes. Fawn goes there. Then I'm going to play one main deck spell Pierce instead of Fawn. Where Yorion? I don't think traditional Delver has an infrastructure to play Yorion, so I'm not doing that. Smudge? What does smudge mean again? I like 2 Delver. I like 2 Delver better than 0 Delver. I think 4 might be too many nowadays. Because I want to play 4 Merc. The problem is you can't really play 4... you can't play 4 Delver, 4 DRC, 4 Murktide, 4 Bowmaster. That's just too many creatures in your deck. You think this deck would be better with DRS, Oko, and 4th Aerolingus? Well, there's a lot of problems with what you just said, to be quite fair. But you know, that's how it be sometimes. That's how it be. Like, some of those cards are just literally not legal is the real problem. Salty is right. So chat, speaking of tomfoolery and shenanigans, if you want to support the stream and you have a Twitch Prime sub, consider using here. Remember, you have 1 Twitch Prime sub per month. Use it somewhere. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. How about Dark Hunt on Fledgling Dragon? Oh my god, I haven't played with Fledgling Dragon in so long. Fledgling Dragon was played in Legacy a long time ago. Eric, I'm kind of surprised you remember Fledgling Dragon. Remember Terramander? I do remember Terramander. Jeskai Delver with Esper... No, I'm low on Esper Sentinel. I will actually probably stream a little bit tomorrow morning as well. There was, like, Teamer with Fledgling Dragon at certain points. The creatures used to really suck in Legacy, and now the creatures are all kind of broken. That's how I should put it. The Little Dragon? Which one was that? Reanimator with Rule Gorger and Bowmaster? That's like pretty close to being a functional deck, probably. So, Moza Bayama, a key point about that deck is that it literally had 0 Delver of Secrets. So, you, like, I think what I said wasn't really false, you know? Bowmaster plus Wheel of Misfortune. Huh, that doesn't sound great. Also, that person who plays that deck is an extraordinarily good Death Shadow pilot. So, I'm not sure what to say about that besides that. Rune Horde, okay, to go with Bowmaster. Oh wait, prediction up for round 1 of the next week. I'm deciding what's my last cut. I might just cut the 3rd Bauble and play the Ransom and 2nd Ransom in the main. I think I'm actually going to do that. But I'm an ordinary human. I need to play my normalized decks that make sense to my brain. To my monkey brain. I think Doomsday's pretty good, Eric, if you're into that. But my Doomsday brain is so bad that I can't do it myself. So, I let other people do it. Oppo Agent on the board. I don't think you need Oppo Agent in a deck like this. There was a card I was going to add. What was it? Oh, it was Grafdigger's Cage. That's right. I always like the first Grafdigger's Cage. I just think it's an excellent card versus a bunch of decks. Doomsday and Vintage is a really, really good deck, yeah. The thing about Doomsday and Vintage is the piles are easier, so the deck is just... I don't really think we need Cast in the Fire. I think my plan for the One Ring versus deck is to just play Bowmaster or just Spell Pierce or Fawn it, you know? Alright, what am I going to cut for Cage? You know, Pyrokinesis was really good that last league, but it might just be too hard to cast. I think Night's Whisper is not great. Boromir One Ring Bomberman list? I didn't see that yet. I think Maddening Hex is terrible, honestly. Like, it's one of the most overhyped cards ever, and when I tried it, it was also bad, so... Cauldron Answer? I'm not too concerned about Cauldron Complete, honestly. Like... Oh, Kanakin, top 4 one of the challenges? Cool. Alright, I'll cut 1 Surgical for Grafdigger's Cage. Won't get the Cage. Alright, I'm probably going to stream for about another hour. And then I'll probably be back tomorrow morning. For a little bit. Well, Grafdigger's Cage is so cheap on MDJ. It's 20 cents now. So Kanakin is like the Reed Duke for Bomberman. Yeah, feel free to throw a link in chat. Yo, Wong Dak, welcome back with the Prime sub. Let me know if I should open a chest for you. Alright, I'm clicking on the link because I just want to look at it. 3rd place. Garuda? Azorius Signet. They're back on their Azorius Signet. Oh, that Boromir. So, I'm not gonna lie, I was confused because there's a 3-drop Boromir that I was thinking of. From now on, if anyone says the LOTR name, you have to say the full name. Is this worth anything? Probably not. But I basically was thinking of the 3-drop Boromir, I was very confused. Because I've drafted a lot of LOTR. And that card's obviously pretty good. Like, here's the Boromir I was thinking of. I was thinking of this Boromir, which I didn't really understand, but you know, people are allowed to do what they want, right? But I guess you were talking about this one, which I guess technically can get an Auriok Salvagers or LED into play. The Bomberman Boromir, the Stopping Force. Stopping Force? Well, I guess this does stop Force, but this one also tutors for your artifacts or Bomberman, right? So, you can say. Anyways, back to the league. We went 4-1. I lost the first match and I won out from there, so. Okay, let me open a new copy just to make sure I have it right. Alright, 2-2-2. Change text, 2-2-2. Sideboard, Grafdigger's Cage, cool. Alright, probably gonna play until about 7:15 or so. I still have to go eat dinner and probably swing by and do some errands, so. I won the next one. It's a trophy, right? Yeah, it's funny. We would call that a cherry-picked data trophy. Because all you need to get is 5 in a row, right? It doesn't matter when. That's how you get all of your trophies? Mats, don't lie. I know you win so many drafts. Have you been drafting a bunch again? I saw you in the drafting. Alright, tape decky. Alright, well this hand's not healable. Mono-White Initiative is their last deck. Reluctant Keep on 6. I'm going to ship the Sanctuary. The Force is also bad, but I think you should just keep these and hope it works out. We've drafted a Tad. Any thoughts on LOTR Limited? Okay. I'm just gonna fire. You like green and black? Weird. Most people don't like green, but most people do like black. What's this mirror? I'm trying not to cast Force. Alright. Black is by far the best color. If you just look at the black commons, they're all like insanely good. And I think the mythic common for me is Claim the Precious, which is 1 black murder, sorcery speed. But it also tempts, so it's the card's just excellent, you know. So CCR, thanks for the raid, my friend. Right. I'm gonna do it this way and hope. I think wasting them is probably good, and I want to waste that one. The green cards go very late. Let the Surveil go. I kind of tempted to force this. Yeah, I'm going to. It's kind of crazy, but I'm also looking for a black source. Right, that can go. Sure. Obviously, the force was a little bit aggressive, but I just felt like I couldn't be in a good situation if I didn't start using my spells. I don't have any cantrips to set up is the other problem. Okay. That's not really how it works, turn one shot. There's more to that. Like, Daze is a pretty good check on Bowmasters as well. But, I mean, my hand was so awkward that that's why I thought pulling the trigger on Force to Surveil one was actually worth it, you know? This is bad. Probably gonna lose easily now. I'm all getting sucks in these mirrors, too, for this reason. Alright. No, I think I was just probably going to lose this game almost no matter what, you know? Alright, kind of a shit game. I mean, I didn't really ever get anything going. I will cut my Spell Pierce. Telekinesis is not... It's okay, not great. I think the blasts are pretty good. I used to like cutting forces, but I think kind of the risk of ruin of getting Bowmastered is a little bit too much. I think I'm gonna trim a waist in the baubles, actually. Maybe I can't trim the baubles because of delirium. I'm actually cut 2 mercs instead because of blast. And I'm just gonna try to leverage the fact that I have Sauron's Ransom in my deck and I don't accept my opponent to. This is the wrong zone for this fucking Sanctuary, but at least this hand functions and I have removal and a Daze to protect myself. I'll probably be able to brainstorm away the Sanctuary, so I just want to keep this hand if possible. This song's a banger too. I'm gonna cast it now. Okay. I'm going to actually put back the Force. I'm trying not to cast Force, but the Sanctuary should definitely go. I guess I can redraw the Force if I really want to, but I'd prefer not to, I think. Yeah, like here, I'm not going to draw it. I'm just gonna play land go and just be reactive and see what they do. Okay, what's your plan for this? Okay. I could have dazed, but I think my daze is actually more valuable than that, you know? Yeah, now I'm just gonna fucking bury them with this, with daze back up. I'll probably just take whatever pile has 2 reasonable cards. Like, all of the cards are kind of reasonable. I think this is probably a better pile. It was worse. That's okay. Right, Ring Bearer on Bowmaster. So that means if they play a big creature, it can't block it. That's fine. That's fine. I think I'm going to constrain their mana. I think it's worth it when I have days and all of the initiative, essentially. I can sit on this Ponder for a few turns, I think. I don't have to rush with that one. Okay, game 3, chat. Were they just straight, is it? No, they were Grixis as well. Right, game 3 I'm on the draw. I have one. I'll have the last waste. I'll cut 2 forces and bring in a pyrokinesis just to hedge. But obviously this is an emergency button. This might just be a better emergency button than Force of Will sometimes, you know? Plague Engineer and Orc doesn't really work because they're just going to hold it up for a cantrip at all points. You never actually get a clean kill on it. This is not for the Bowmaster Mirrors, in my opinion. This is more for like white or green decks. I'm gonna keep this one. Okay. They're probably looking for a land if they're doing that, or they're looking for a daze or something. I don't know. Just gonna kill this instead of casting my creature. How valuable is my Delver? Or how valuable is the other Brainstorm? I think it's fine to let this go. No Bant is pretty bad. Alright, they're probably going to play Bowmaster in response to my Brainstorm, but that's fine. Okay, that didn't end up great. But I guess it's fine. Just think flipping my Delver is more important. I don't really want to surveil anytime soon. Maybe I should have held the blue card in my hand. Well, actually, I'm not sure how big of an issue that actually is. Alright, think I have a plan. I'm gonna block and then Pyrokinesis these two, depending on what they do. So I'll only have to deal 2 damage to it. Maybe they'll play another 1-drop creature. Excellent. So I guess this works out basically ideal for me. There's one Pyrokinesis. I thought of you, Aki. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, I'll let one Surveil resolve. Come on, just see like 2 lands. I mean, if everything goes according to plan, this will be one of the best Pyrokineses you've ever seen, right? Like, Demo Brainstorm. Do I roll? Do I spin the dice? I know my top card's Mystic Sanctuary as well. Alright, I'm gonna try to get lucky, I think. I think I'm in kind of bad shape as it is. Alright, they left on top. They didn't attack? Fuck. I guess they just know there's like a ponder flipping their DRC. Like, why didn't they attack with this? Oh, because they're playing around a bolt. Obviously, they just don't want to give me this exchange. Their thought process is, I have a bolt in hand. So if they attack, I trade bolt plus this for that, and they think it's a bad exchange for them. That's almost certainly what their thought process is. Unfortunately for me. Like, it's the correct... It leads them to the play that doesn't get them obliterated, but, you know, it really does suck for me. Can't attack. Alright, I think I have to do this now. It's gonna be so fucking good for me. Maybe I should have just main phased it. Because they got 2 surveils out of it, which is a lot. I have 1 Snuff Out and 2 Power Blasts in my deck. I could also draw my own Merc, I guess. But this is obviously a bad situation. They milled 2 lands at least, so they don't know what they're drawing. Do I have a day where I do? The problem is I'm not popular enough to do that. I have played drafts on the stream before, but I don't get enough people watching. And, you know, it just is what it is. It's not a big deal. I mean, I do like drafting, obviously. Like, it's actually my favorite format by this point. Basically, any sort of draft. Right. I think I'm drawing that waste. Is that good? How many bolts are on? 1. Alright. I don't really want to fetch if I can avoid it, but there may come a point where I can't avoid it. Okay, that's fine. Alright, chat. It's getting close. What did they draw? Did they draw a Merc, but they just want to leave their... What they drew a Merc? Maybe it's Brazen Borrower? Okay, that's fine. If there's a bad card, I'm just gonna shuffle. I don't think there's any functional difference between those life totals. So I think I'm just going to use the Sanctuary from my hand to pick up a card. If I'm dead, I'm dead. That's fine. Just gonna shuffle this Ponder. Okay, not gonna shuffle that Ponder, that's for sure. Theoretically, they could have 2 Dazes in hand, which is why I played the land out first. It doesn't really cost me anything to play the land out. I'm just checking. Well, alright, I still have one left, yeah. Right. So smart and thin. I mean, like, you just have to think about what cards that they could have drawn that make sense there. And drawing 2 Dazes in a row makes sense at some point. Well, they said GG's. I think I played that game pretty well. I mean, like, if I die to Bowmaster, so be it, right? It's not a big deal. I do think I played that one well, and I basically gave myself a lot of time to draw into a Sauron's Ransom as well. Which is... It would have been a... Sauron's Ransom would have broke that game wide open, is how I would put it. Alright, I'm gonna play one more match tonight. So, we did win that one in 3. I lost game 1 pretty badly, but then I won the next 2. Alright, so this is the last match for the night. If you want to support the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do. And thanks for being here. Probably do a short stream tomorrow morning as well. Geodude Jared. Oh, this hand's fucking lit. Doomsday? This hand's pretty good versus Doomsday. I mean, Duress is not normally played in Reanimator, so... Getting killed on turn 1 through a daze? Maybe. I mean, so you said normally play Reanimator, and literally their last 5-0 is Doomsday, right? Like, MTG Bot told us. Veil Summer. Am I dead on turn 1? That would be kind of sickening, actually. Okay, let me screenshot this. I mean, it happens. Like, Legacy, if they want to go for it, and they have, like, literally that hand, they can go for it. It's fine. I usually think you don't need that many threats versus them. Turn 1 win for Doomsday is not that likely, but my opponent's hand was obviously extremely good, so, you know, it's not a big deal. Just do that. Oh, actually, I can probably side out Badlands versus them, which is probably better to side out, because you don't actually get wasted, so it doesn't matter. Right, Doomsday. Alright, well, if this hand's not good enough, then be annoyed, but... Right, the Badlands did get sided out in time. Just gonna fetch UC and play Delver in one. Then the next few turns I can decide what to do. I wonder if I should just Bowmaster this turn, actually. No, I like having the Badland. It's kind of complicated to explain, but... I guess I just won't explain it, really. Target, target, target. Where's yield? Probably a Veil. I'm just gonna spell pierce the Veil probably. I think that one. The rest of their hand doesn't do much. I think they might be dead before they can get out of this situation now. Can Arcanus come back? I don't know. I don't think about those things. Alright, let me check to see if this person played Shieldred in their sideboard in the past. They did not. Or we just submit. This looks fine to me. The Badlands is the land that can go in this matchup because it also doesn't cast Daze. Reluctant Keep is how I would put it. If their hand's extraordinarily good, I'll lose again, but I think, like, mulling this hand's just a huge mistake. Like, you have a clock, you have a cantrip, you have... Like, you actually have a really fast clock, honestly. Okay. It's kind of irritating, but whatever. I think I just have to give them the +1 next turn. It's fine. I mean, it might not be fine, but whatever. I'm not coward. I'm gonna play my creatures out and attack my opponent, chat. I summon Delver of Secrets. Bottom. They shuffled. They might have drawn that off the shuffle. It's hard to tell. Okay. Well, definitely hit them. I think I'm just gonna cast Bowmaster and let them have another turn. But obviously it depends on what they do this turn. I can always double brainstorm looking for forces or whatever, but... I don't think they can kill me this turn. I also think Bowmaster makes their piles a lot harder, honestly, because it's... Like, once you Doomsday, it's kind of hard to cycle fast enough through a Bowmaster and not be dead, right? Chose not to shuffle, though. It's kind of terrifying. Okay, maybe it was just a ponder. This is being like an anti-combo card that you can just play in your main deck. That's also good versus X1s for, like, these sorts of decks. It's kind of gas for these decks, obviously. Sure. I mean, they've taken a lot of incidental damage. It's, like, kind of hard for them to win this turn. I think Bowmaster is much better in Legacy than the Ring because of Daze and whatnot. What's up, Coley9? I hope you're having a good one as well. This is probably my last match for today. Honestly, I've been here. Well, we'll see. I might do a little bit more talking after this match, but I want to... Wow, all my opponents are so polite when they lose in this format. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of Grixis today. We're 4-1 in the last league and 2-0 in this one. Sauron's Ransom has been pretty good. I mean, the other Delver cards are obviously just great, so... Just Sauron's Ransom has been a good card so far, which is kind of funny to think about. You're very high in Grixis. I think Bowmaster is just kind of an insane magic card. So... That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll probably finish up the rest of this league tomorrow morning. Playing 4 in your deck in Modern. I'm less high on it in Modern, but it's obviously still good. You know, like... It's just like... Bowmaster in response to Ponder or Brainstorm, especially in response to Brainstorm, it just ends the game. Do I enjoy Cube? Yeah, I like Cube. I basically like drafting almost anything. The only format I think you can't get me to draft again is Abzan Restored, but I've had my fill of Abzan Restored for my lifetime, I think. You know. Oh, obviously it's nice and Yogg. Okay. I guess I should explain this to people real quick. Yawgmoth can infinitely kill without having Blood Artist in its deck now, I believe is the way to put it. Let me see if I can pull up a list, but... But that was a different version of me, Ben. You didn't consider a current version of me. Let's see, let me find... Okay, this is some half-warp Bowmaster. I want to show the version that has the infinite Bowmaster kill in it. Okay, so suppose for the sake of our argument that... First off, this Blood Artist wasn't in the deck. And the... Okay, suppose there was one Prosperous Innkeeper and an Endurance or two, or whatever. I don't remember how many Endurances you need, but basically what you can do is you can sack Bowmaster to Yawgmoth, and like you can get like all of the Bowmasters in the graveyard or whatever, Endurance them back in, and keep using Endurance to cord them out repeatedly. You know. And if you have Prosperous Innkeeper, that breaks even on life. And the theory behind that is Blood Artist is kind of a shit card. In actuality, due to like clock concerns, I guess that's why Demonic Tutors is playing Blood Artist, but theoretically you don't even need Blood Artist in your deck. You can just play Prosperous Innkeeper, 2 Endurances, and Bowmasters, and all of those cards are fine. I will say one of the warning signs is for the One Ring is like this deck plays the One Ring and it's like not the most insane One Ring deck. Like it's just a deck that happens to have One Ring because it's like a Harmonize that also fogs your opponent. So that's like one of the real like big warning signs to me that this may be a little bit out of bounds. I don't know. Also, there was like that burn list I saw that had 4 of the One Ring and had like 18 lands. I'm just like, that's like not even... It's just like, I don't know. It's a bit much, is what I would say. Anyways, that is my rant. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Stick around, we're gonna raid someone real quick. Let's see who. I'll probably play some Legacy, then maybe some Draft tomorrow morning, actually. We'll see. Okay. I'll raid... Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning, probably around 10. Anyways, see y'all then.